Hello, how are you guys doing today? My name is Anima and today we have not one, but two! Showed you just like a bunch of fingers then, it wasn't even a number that time, but I did get the two right. Not one, but two post-commentated Pokemon ORAS Wi-Fi battles for your viewing pleasure. Reason being, they're quite short and I didn't want to sort of shortchange you guys, so I decided that we would put them into one lovely bundle. Yeah, these are matches that happened on my stream, folks. If you have Twitters and so on, YouTube links you'd like me to add, please let me know and I will put them in the description, because right now I do not know them. So these matches are in the UU tier. I really wanted to use Heliolisk, I really did, so I decided to make a cute little team using Heliolisk and some Pokemon I really like. I really like Empoleon and Goodra and Crocodile in UU. I think they're beautiful, I think they're amazing. I really like Goodra, I really like Goodra. Empoleon is one of my favourite Pokemon ever, competitively ever. And I hadn't used the Mega Beedrill for a while, so I thought, why not? There will be a question of the day at the end of the video. Remind you the like button exists. What you do with it is completely up to you at the end of the video after watching. Or you could be a complete and utter like rebel and smash it right now. It'll love you for it! So, without further ado, let's get this show on the road. Oh, I fear Daniel's team. Look at the Mienshao, look at the stuff, look at the sheer force for Alligator. Jesus Christ. Speaking of Mienshao, he is going to lead with no cufflinks. The said Mienshao, as I lead with my gorgeous pair of lumpy bollocks. Pritchard, if you catch the nickname, you're a superstar. He's going to go for the U-turn. It's not going to do an awful lot because Pritchard is just a nasty bugger. And he's going to reveal the Life Orb, which is so nice. It's just so beautiful. It means my Heliolisk can potentially yell at this thing and not get Choice Scarfed out, spared and killed. I did expect him to go into possibly the Darmanitan, predicting my Will-O-Wisp on the Mienshao. So I do go for the Sludge Bomb and I do manage to do some good damage to this thing. Which is very helpful. He is actually going to go for the U-turn. I chose to stay in despite the potential Flare Blitz because nobody else wants to take it, let's be honest. As he is going to U-turn out into Cynthia. Milotics have famously given me a load of trouble, so I'm going to bomb this thing right in the eyebrows. Not going to do an awful lot despite the critical hit, because Milotic's special defense is out the wazoo. What even is a wazoo? I'm not really sure myself. Does Milotic have a wazoo? Do I have a wazoo? I'm not really sure. We're going to go into Ariyamas, who can go toe-to-toe with this thing sort of okay. I don't really have anything to hit it with, bar my own Scalds. I should have Toxic on this thing, but I didn't at the time. And we are going to get burnt by the Scald. It definitely happened, so I wasn't too upset. It's okay. It's more beneficial for Milotic to get burnt, of course, because of the Marvel Scale ability. We're going to get hurt by our burn, which sucks, and we're going to go for the wonderful, amazing, pointy, and painful Stealth Rocks as my opponent chooses to boldly switch into no cufflinks to Mienshao. Very aggressive switch, a good switch for him, because I can't deal with this thing and it's no cufflinks. Far too wild and out there for me. I quite like cufflinks, I think they're pretty nice. So we're going to switch out now, go right into Pritchard, because I cannot deal with this thing, as he does just choose to go for the Drain Punch. Probably would have been better for him to go for Knockoff at this point, because I couldn't really, I couldn't stay it on the beach. I just couldn't. I just really couldn't. But he is now going to follow up with the Knockoff, getting a critical hit, so it didn't even matter really. And yeah, this isn't amazing for Pritchard, but we are going to go for the Will-O-Wisp. And basically, Pritchard has done his job, which is just nerf the Mienshao and make it easier on my team for this zippy thing to, you know, for us to survive the zippiness of this Mienshao. So he's going to go for burnt Drain Punches. They're really not going to do an awful lot. And my dear friend Pritchard is just going to go for the Pain Split. This is honestly not brilliant for us, because I mean, I can't really get much HP off of this Mienshao. We're just kind of waiting for it to die. He is going to go for the Knockoff, choosing to just not Drain Punch and stuff. It's really not going to do an awful lot. He is definitely on a timer. He can't do anything with this Mienshao. And so he is just going to choose to sack it to a Sludge Bomb. Pritchard vomiting at everybody he sees because he's just a greasy wanker like that. Out comes an opposing Weezing. We've just got this very bizarre situation of two! Not one, but four pairs of... No, wait, no. 4 Bollocks itself. 2 pairs of Bollocks. That's right, isn't it? That's right. I don't know. I've never had to quantify Bollocks in my life. It doesn't really go with my lifestyle. So he is going to come out, and I'm going to Pain Split him. Super nice for me, not so nice for him. And he is going to go for the flamethrower. I'm going to make a very strange and weird play here and go for the sludge bomb, despite packing the flamethrower myself, because I kind of thought he was going to switch out because the standoff wasn't very beneficial for either of us. But in saying that, I could have pain split something else, and that wouldn't have been very good for him. So he's going to take me out with a sludge bomb, just in case I decide to switch to preserve Pritchard as death fodder. And he is going to go down, and this is just so depressing. But Pritchard put in mad work this game, so I'm very happy with him. Now, we're going to go on to the monster, the beautiful Heliolisk, my mascot Pokemon, handsome, the female Heliolisk. You can be handsome and female. You really can. You really can. We don't discriminate. Not here on Anima's channel. No way, Jose. So we're going to take it out with a hyper voice. Oh, shiny Heliolisk is just so cute and beautiful. And now we're going to go for the grass knot as Cynthia comes in. And this is going to do so much damage. I love this. I love seeing Heliolisk hurt Melodics. I do. I really do. This thing cannot touch me. I have dry skin. I can recover with its scalds. All he can do is go for Ice Beam, which is really, really nice. I went for Grass Knot instead of T-Bolt because I don't have T-Bolt on this exact Heliolisk at this present moment, well, the moment of the battle. And now we're going to Volt Switch out and kill the Melodic with that. I could have probably gone for the Grass Knot there, come to think of it, but just in case he switched out, you know, some shenanigans. Yeah, so we're going to go out into the pain as my opponent goes out into their Sceptile. And I was a bit nervous with this matchup, but I thought, you know what, we can handle it. We can sort of handle it. He is going to Mega Evolve, turning into quite the Christmas tree. I know everybody says that. Everybody says Mega Sceptile looks like a Christmas tree. It's really overdone. I'm so sorry. I'll say it looks like something else now. I'll say it looks like a... I don't really know. I don't know what it looks like other than a Christmas tree. So I am going to Mega Evolve straight off the bat, go for the Poison Jab. I am actually adamant Beedrill, so I won't go anywhere near outspeeding this thing, especially if it's timid. We do survive a Hidden Power Fire and take it out with a Poison Jab. So Mega Beedrill has good special defense, I'm telling you, but we are not going to handle the likes of this thing, who is just going to go for the Aqua Jet, and this is going to kill me dead. The Detect was a bit mysterious, but I guess if you're going to be different, go for Detector instead of Protect. It's pretty cool. The animation is pretty interesting too, because I don't really see it that often, but he does make a boo-boo here, goes for the Aqua Jet. Maybe this was a desperate bid just in case I happened to be Sandvale, and that wouldn't be that out of the ordinary because I am quite lazy about breeding sometimes, and I normally run around with a Sandvale Heliolisk, but not today. Not today. So we're going to kill that thing with a Life Orb Volt Switch. Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I was nervous about that thing. So I'm going to go into my Goodra as my opponent goes into threat. The Darmanitan. I know I can live any one hit this thing goes for, despite the ridiculous damage that Sheer Force boosted Rock Slide did. And we are going to be able to take this thing out with a Dragon Pulse. The threat going down finally. And that is going to be the win in my favor. Now we have the second match of today, this time against Darrius. As I said before, please give me your Twitter links and so on if you would like them to be included, because I don't know them at this present time. Regardless, folks, please enjoy. Darrius. Wasn't he a singer? Am I going crazy? I feel like he was a singer. Anyway, my opponent is going to leave with Jolteon as I leave with Lacoste. I decided to leave with my Crocodile expecting the Jolteon because I knew even a Choice Specs Hidden Power Ice wouldn't be enough to take me out. At least I think anyway. But mysteriously, I outspeed and killed this thing with an EQ. I'm not Scarfed, so this is very, very mysterious indeed. I kind of wanted to bluff that I had the Scarf, so I am going to switch out. Even so, I wouldn't really been able to take this thing out with one hit, I don't think. Either way, we're going to switch into Pain to a Dazzling Gleam, the best scenario that could have ever happened for us, really. I did expect him to go for Spikes or something like that, which is why I brought in my Beedrill, so we're going to Mega Evolve here, get even more pointy, and what we're going to do now is go for the U-turn, which is just going to do so much damage because we are adamant Beedrill, and this thing kicks dick in the dick. So we're going to go right into Handsome. I have Surf, I have Grass Knot, I have so many things I can do to this thing, but we are actually going to go straight for the Ye Olde Hyper Voice as his own Beedrill comes in to take it. Oh, Lord have mercy. This thing did manage to live, though, so yeah, Beedrill's special defense is decent, okay? It's this thing can take special hits. It's very, very bizarre. So he's actually going to Mega Evolve, not go for the Protect, and go for the Poison Jab on me. Oh my giddy aunt. So I could have actually stayed in and gone for the Volt Switch or gone for something, gone for another Hyper Voice, and I would have actually killed the Beedrill, but he chose to be even more ballsy and just Mega Evolve and attack me off the bat. So he went for the Protect there, and that was a bit mysterious to me because that just gives me a little bit more Black Sludge recovery. I'm not really sure what he was doing, perhaps scouting for a potential prediction on my behalf. But he's going to go into the Crawdont now. And the fact that he brought the Crawdont in on a very well-known Will-O-Wisp tells me that he's probably Dragon Dance Lum. So instead of going for the Wisp, I went for the Sludge Bomb just for some damage. And yeah, so now I'm going to retrieve my pair of Bollocks, send in my Crocodile, very strange sentence going on there, and go for the Intimidate. I was expecting the knockoff, but he just goes straight for the Crab Hammer and just kills me dead. Holy shit. So down goes the cost. Adaptability Crab Hammer is no joke whatsoever. And we're going to Handsome the Heliolisk as my opponent makes a boo-boo here. Goes for the Aqua Jet, forgetting about the Dry Skin. And we do go for the Volt Switch. I'm not really sure. Maybe he was just banking on me possibly not being Dry Skin. I'm not entirely sure. But regardless, we are able to take it out. I was kind of hoping we'd be able to live a knockoff or outspeed or something. I thought we might be able to outspeed, so yeah, I don't know, very mysterious. Didn't really know what to do there. So we're going to go for the U-turn as my opponent brings in their Donphan. It's going to die. It really is going to die. He basically chose to sacrifice it there. And we are now going to switch out into Beast. So he is going to go out into his own Goodra, and this is just a very poor standoff. This is just very tragic. It seems we are both Assault Vest modest Goodra. So we're just going to go for Dragon Pulses at each other, doing crappy damage, basically. I mean, it's sort of a 3-hit KO, so yeah, that's a thing, I guess. But he's going to go for the Dragon Pulse now and get a low roll, which allows my Goodra to kill his own with a Dragon Pulse. So yeah, that was very mysterious and strange indeed. Our Drippy Dragon is kind of going for it there now. He's going to go into Roserade, his last Pokemon, go for the Dazzling Gleam and kill my Goodra. I don't know what else this Roserade? Yes, Roserade roll. This Roserade had, because it just went for Dazzling Gleams, but regardless, we do go for the Poison Jab and defeat his Roserade, which is super nice. Let's get a face cam back on, folks. We're back! Or at least my face is. How does that make you feel? I hope you enjoyed today's double whammy, ladies and gentlemen. We will be having more live Wi-Fi battles. They will be back. They're not gone. I'm just super into Bloodborne, and I've got a lot of things on my mind. I actually proposed to my girlfriend on Friday. I'm not gonna go on about it too much. She said yes, but we knew that was happening because of the nature of things. The nature of the long distance things. We knew that, so I chose to surprise her in other ways, and it was really lovely. It was really cool. It was super cool. So yeah, I'm thinking about that. I was planning that and doing stuff and da-di-da-di-da, and yeah, so my mind has been very preoccupied with my fiance and the other love of my life, Bloodborne, my dark mistress. So yeah, that's what I have been up to. That's what I've been thinking about. But guys, thank you so much for coming back for the Wi-Fi. It's a bit of a dangerous thing to not upload the content that people kind of subscribe to you for on the regular basis, because it means people will go. And plus, YouTube, I've been reading about this like on Twitter. People have been saying like YouTube will unsubscribe people if you haven't been on that channel for a few weeks, it'll stop showing you videos. It won't send videos to the subscription boxes, which drives me crazy because this really inhibits my growth. It really inhibits everyone else's growth, and yeah, it's really sad. It is deeply sad. I really do think that's been sort of happening, which is just tragic, really. But all of this basically amounts to thank you for coming back for the Wi-Fi, because it means you are actually having to click on stuff. Some of you are anyway, I'm not saying all of you are. It means you're actually having to look at the page. So that does mean a lot, thank you. We are kind of getting the same sort of views that we had, and that really means a lot. Your support really does mean a lot. I'm super thankful for that. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. Anyway, the real reason you're here is for the question of the day. I know a lot of you simply cannot live without that, so today's question of the day is sort of topical for my life, and that is, what do you think about marriage? Do you intend to get married in your life? If so, like what age? What age are you kind of envisioning? I must admit, I did not expect myself to be thinking about marriage at the age I'm at now. It was something I envisioned doing kind of like in my late 20s or 30s, to be honest. It's something I imagined doing then. And my view on marriage is it is whatever you make of it. Of course, I say this as a woman who's about to marry a woman, so my views on marriage might not be the views that everyone else would like, but in my honest opinion, marriage should be about two people loving each other and committing to each other and wanting to be with each other and celebrating that. It should be a celebration. I think that's what it should be about. It should be about that. And I mean, I'm not really into like big weddings where there's where you gotta fucking, you have like everyone banging on about it and you're worried about the colour of the flowers or the colour of the blah and the blah and blah blah. And honestly, me and my fiance, wow, it's gonna take a little, have cut that shit out. We've just put all the important stuff, and it really is nice when it's just the important things, and that's the two of you. Anyway, folks, I don't want to get too mushy on you guys. I could bang on about it, but I know that people might not like that, so I don't want to get on about it too much. So yeah, folks, let me know your thoughts. Write in as much or as little detail as you like. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you soon, my friends. Bye bye.